Hello YouTube, and welcome to the DBTGamer show. New Super Tale, Part 6. Last episode, I hate this level. This level is so frustrating. It is definitely not amazing. The maze just infuriates me a lot. I did record audio for this level, but how do I put this? Long story short, I wasn't exactly happy with my gameplay of this level. I also wasn't exactly happy with my commentary of this level. I'll explain my reasons as we go through the video. So I'm recording the audio post-commentary so that everything flows slightly better. Yeah, the main reason I wasn't happy with my footage is, as you can see, this level was a pain in the ass. I kept dying a lot. I kept getting lost because of the maze. I couldn't find the letters for Lucky. Also, just a lot of things went wrong. New Super Lucky's Tale has a weird mechanic when it comes to saving progress. When you collect all the letters, it spawns a page for you to collect, and that's your reward. But if you go back into the level and just try and recollect the 2 letters that you missed, the page still spawns and you get the page, but the page will not save until you actually recomplete the level main objective, which is an absolute pain in the ass when it comes to figuring out how the mechanics of the game works as a collectathon platformer. Don't get me wrong, I like this game and I'm still enjoying playing it. It just feels like a giant oversight by the developers with the way that things save, and it made this level nothing but a farce. It was an absolute chore to find the letters in this level and an absolute pain. So that's why I'm doing this video with post-commentary, because my original commentary was just nothing but frustration. I'm also going to take some time out to do some channel updates and some ideas that I might implement into later videos, sort of run these by some of my viewers who may watch this video. Idea number 1, I was thinking about doing a DBTGamer special on Mother 3. It's a Game Boy Advance RPG. Most of my ideas for the special, it's kind of a rant video about reasons why the game has never been released in the UK in an official format. Most of these reasons are rumours or fan theories. I was thinking about doing a video on that so I can vent some of my frustrations. I also was thinking about doing a complete Let's Play of Mother 3, because it is one of my favourite RPGs for the Game Boy Advance. So I would like to hear people's thoughts on that, if people would like to see that. My next thing that I was also thinking about doing a video on, I was also thinking about making a video on Earthbound, the first Mother game to get a release in the UK. I'm not so sure how this video will take shape, because I was thinking about doing a DBTGamer special just to talk about the game in general, but also I was thinking about doing a Let's Play sort of series thing as well, kind of like with the Mother 3 thing. But both Mother 2, aka Earthbound, and Mother 3 are quite long games. And out of the trilogy, Mother 3 is definitely my favourite. No offence to Earthbound, Earthbound's a really good game and I do like it. Just Mother 3 has a lot more refinements and it has probably the best story out of the trilogy, and it's just a very refined game with how item management works and story and characters. Just my favourite game in the series for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a video based around Earthbound. I also was thinking about doing a video on the Super Nintendo Classic, the mini console. I own one. It's quite a nice little mini console. It's something that I do enjoy playing with from time to time. I was also thinking about possibly doing a video on the Mega Drive Mini. I don't own a Mega Drive Mini yet, but I could easily acquire one. If I did a video on either of these consoles, it would be like a review sort of video and just talk about the device itself. I was thinking of getting a Mega Drive Mini. There are a few games I want to try out, although some of the games have been released to the Nintendo Switch eShop that I wanted the device specifically for. So it's not as necessary for me to own my device anymore, because the list of games on my device, I already own a lot of them, thanks to the Mega Drive collection on the Switch, and also the Sega aged games that Sega's put out on the Switch as well. One that I am quite interested in is Monster World 4, which is a sort of a Metroidvania sort of game where you play as a little girl and you transform into different monsters and you go on a quest. And it's a fantasy sort of world, and the character looks sort of genius, reminds me a lot of Shantae. And apparently the remake coming to the Switch, which I'll probably play that version, because most of the Monster Boy remakes are good games. Going back to the video, this is where I actually managed to beat the level, and I managed to find all the bunny rabbits and find the page for the end of the level. This is what I was talking about earlier. Once you collect this page, the level ends. So if you want to go back into the level and collect anything you've missed, you must find all the bunnies again and recollect this page in order for the game to save properly. So yeah, it's just infuriating, just the way this is set up. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Another thing I want to talk about. Now I've talked about the mini console videos. I also wanted to talk about another DBTGamer special I've been thinking about a lot lately. I got an art book at Christmas about Last Guardian, and I do want to make a video on this art book. It's quite a nice art book, and it's also a strategy guide as well, so it's a nice companion piece to the game. It's both strategy guide and an art book. So that's another video I've been thinking about as far as the project's concerned. Let's see, what video series? Blossom Tales? I'm definitely enjoying that indie game, Zelda sort of game. Very fun. This is the part of the video where I discovered where the final letter was. You have to bounce on these target things, and once you bounce on all the target things in the correct order, it spawns the said letter. Although it does take me a while to figure that out when I'm playing in this video. So, yeah, back to Blossom Tales. I am figuring out Blossom Tales. I'm also really enjoying it, playing it through the series. I've recently rediscovered my love for 2D Zelda and games that are in sort of 2D like that. Recently I finished a game called Hob for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a sort of like an isometric 2 3D Zelda game which had a theme that was somewhat similar to... It felt similar to Ico and Shadow Colossus, just the theming wise. And yeah, I really liked that. I knew a game that's really good as far as indie games and 2D Zeldas, or games that are like Zeldas. Zelda-likes, that's the word. Is Oceanhorn. The first Oceanhorn. It's available on PC, Nintendo Switch, and a few other consoles. PS4, I believe. Definitely a good game. Definitely worth buying. Definitely worth playing. There is a Oceanhorn sequel, which is like more like a 3D Zelda game. I haven't played it yet. I want to play it, but I'm waiting for a sale, so hopefully I can get it at a cheaper price, because apparently it's a somewhat short game and it's a somewhat... Oh, I don't know how to put this into words. Independent Zelda game, so it's kind of in some ways not as good as actual Zelda games, and it's the team's first. It's the teams, they're trying to do a 3D Zelda game, so maybe they haven't got much experience in making 3D games. That's why the game doesn't have as much quality as other independent Zelda games that I've played in the past. But it does look interesting still. I'm just gonna wait for a sale so I can get it at a cheaper price, or maybe I'll spend some of my gold Nintendo coins on it. So, yeah, I've been falling in love with those sort of games lately. I also really like Zelda Minish Cap. I've been replaying that for the Game Boy Advance, and I'm definitely enjoying it. It's such a nice art style, nice relatively short story in terms of how many dungeons are in the game, but the game is filled with lots of side quests. It sometimes feels like a Game Boy Advance version of Majora's Mask, but the story isn't nearly as dark, and it isn't nearly as foreboding. The story for Minish Cap is basically a young wizard in training, and he turns his master Elzar into a hat, and he starts growing ever stronger with his magical powers and wreaking havoc on the world of Hyrule, and just getting ever stronger and stronger. And he eventually ends up taking over Hyrule, kidnapping Princess Zelda, and you as Link have to collect these 4 elements to power up the Picori Sword, which it is part of the 4-sword Zelda line. And you can copy yourself into different links so you can do tasks that you can't do on your own, so you can copy yourself into 2 links so you can push a big boulder, or you can copy yourself into 3 links to press switches, all that fun stuff. It's a really good game, and the game's got some really good artwork. It's very similar to Wind Waker in terms of art direction. Good game, definitely recommend it. Something I also noticed about this stage, it's in Super Lucky Stage. I like how the level has shortcuts with these little platforms so you can bounce around. So that's one thing I actually eventually helped figure out when it came to navigating this hellhole. I might chop out a bit of the video because I actually recorded myself collecting the letters twice. So I may chop out a bit because it's a bit redundant in that way. Also, after I collected the levels twice in the actual video, it still didn't save. So I end up having to recollect the letters off camera and then recompleting the level over again just to actually get things to save properly and make sure level was 100% complete as far as goals concerned. So yeah, this level was a nightmare. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been playing Super Lucky's Tale for a while, because this level just... it kind of stressed me out and stole my thunder. I think, what were games been playing lately? Oh, I beat Iconoclast. Very good Metroidvania sort of game. Definitely enjoyed that. I was thinking about doing a DBTGamer special on Iconoclast, because it's a Metroidvania that I really enjoy, and it's definitely worth playing. So, if you'd like to see that, let me know. Comments. I was also thinking about doing possibly a DBTGamer special on an RPG called Bug Fables, which I played a lot last year. It's a game that's very similar to Paper Mario. It's Paper Mario with bugs. It's the sort of Paper Mario game that I wish Nintendo would make, rather than the Paper Mario games they make now. Because the Paper Mario games they make now, they're a lot more simpler and less challenging, and just they're not as fun as they used to be. Although it has become a bit of a thing on the internet lately, of the Paper Mario series in terms of fan base is fractured. There's two camps: people who like the RPG ones and people who like the newer ones. My opinions on the Paper Mario series: first two games, both fantastic. Although the first game does have two chapters which are very fillery. Chapters 4 and 6, they're probably the weakest chapters in that game. Paper Mario 2: The Thousand Year Door is just a great game. I also really like Super Mario RPG, and in my opinion it's part of the Paper Mario series in a lot of ways, because it spawned that series, because it shared a lot of ideas. Another thing about the level I'm currently showing on screen in New Super Lucky's Tale I wanted to talk about. This level actually has these switches that you can flip to rearrange the maze and help you navigate the thing, which can make it even more confusing. I remember when I was replaying the level off screen just to make sure it's properly completed so I could continue the LP next part. I got lost when it came to trying to figure out where the hell to go so I could complete the level and just continue my series. So yeah, this level's just an absolute pain. But Anyway, other games I've been playing. I really enjoyed playing Monster Sanctuary. I did a video on it before Christmas and I really enjoyed it. I was thinking about bringing Monster Sanctuary back as a series. If I do bring Monster Sanctuary back, I will have to finish off one of the other series I've got going currently, because right now I'm focusing on the odd DBTGamer special, Blossom Tales, and a new Super Lucky's Tale, and that's all I'm prepared to focus on. Because if I, so yeah, I'm focused on 3 things, and that's how I'm handling things. Reviews for the DBTGamer show. As of now, I'm not saying I won't do them again. I'm just focusing on DBTGamer specials and Let's Plays a lot more because they're a lot more fun to make, and also they're a lot easier to make, and also I get to talk more about the game itself rather than just restricting myself to 10 to 30 minute review. I might go back to doing reviews. It's just I would need to find a game that I am really passionate about in order to review it. Blossom Tales. Definitely enjoying doing that series for everybody. I have got quite lost in the game. If you haven't noticed, the last episode I released, I got lost. I may have to look up an online walkthrough to figure out how to get to the next dungeon, because I don't want to be wandering around aimlessly too much. You know, I like to keep the flow of the series and the story going. I am enjoying the side quests in Blossom Tales, but since the game feels rather short, I probably won't be doing 100%. I'll probably just do the story as a series, and everything else I'll just play at my own time. So that's mostly how I'm going to do that series. I'm going to just do the main story and end the series there. I'm probably not going to do that one 100%. I was thinking about making a series out of A Hat in Time, which is an indie platforming game like Super Lucky's Tale. I do want to do it, but again, I'm going to try and finish off Super Lucky's Tale first before I even touch another platforming series for my channel. It's just, if I had 2 platformers going at the same time, I think I would get concentration-wise divided and confused. So, yeah, it's a good idea that I keep just going with 2 games at a time and specials. Just help me keep my focus. Let's see, have I bought any new games recently? Well, I recently bought the Cyber Sleuth collection for my Nintendo Switch. Good collection of Digimon games. It's nice to have the Digimon games in the Cyber Sleuth series. It gives you the option of portable play and home play. It's really good. Okay, you can somewhat do this with the Vita version. Because the Vita version does have crossplay. But you can transfer your save file between the 2 devices, so that's nice. But you have to buy the game twice, therefore it's more expensive. And technically you have to own a Vita and the PS4, so it's just more expensive. But the Switch port of both Cyber Sleuth games is fantastic. I have been reading up on some possible new Digimon games coming out in the future. Digimon Survive has been delayed. Hopefully it comes out sometime this year, because it's something I've definitely been wanting to play. It does look good with all the optional storylines and optional endings, and how you care for your Digimon, whether they'll digivolve into their evil form or their good form. And the anime cutscenes look like they're trying to go for a similar dynamic of how the original Digimon anime went in the 90s. You know, you've got a group of kids and they all get their own part of Digimon, they've all got different traits, and you know, this one's the leader, this one's the hothead, this one's the cute kid, this one's the cute kid that's also a girl, this one's the pretty girl and doesn't like to fight. You know, it's... There we go, that's where I found the letter. So, brilliant. And this is where I collected the page. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Digimon Survive and how it all plays out. Anyway, now that I've collected that letter, I'm going to end the video here. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope you continue to enjoy my playthrough of Super Lux's Tale. And sorry for my sloppiness in this episode. Post-commentary was the only way I could do this. So yeah. Anyway, see you guys next episode.